what's going on, guys? Sweet Tooth back with part 2 to the Delta Force episode. Last time we made the Delta Force operator outfit, I guess you want to call it. So today I'm going to go in and make some loadouts themed around the time period of the early 90s, Desert Storm, Black Hawk Down era stuff. So I'm gonna try to make these kits, loadouts, as accurate as possible with what we have in game, and I'll be using weapons and equipment that were available at the time, kind of shying away from more of the more modern weapons in the game. So if you guys like to roleplay as much as I do, this will be right up your alley. So let's get into the video. I'm also going to be doing these loadouts for co-op only. I don't feel that you're given sort of enough points to kind of make these kits properly in any of the versus modes or multiplayer modes, so yeah, we're just gonna keep it on co-op. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start with the Rifleman class. I have a couple, I have two kind of main weapon setups for this class. So the first one, we're gonna go ahead and utilize the M16A2. I plan on doing a Army Rangers kit to go along, or appearance outfit, whatever you want to call it, to go along with the Delta Force operator. So this set of loadouts will go nicely with that appearance as well. So we'll go ahead and start with the M16. And we're going to go with the A2 scope, suppressor. Under barrel is going to use the aiming grip. I personally like the way that the character holds the rifle with the aiming grip, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Realistically speaking, the recoil grip is much more accurate to the time. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use the aiming grip. And the last attachment is going to be the laser sight. And this is sort of like a mock, it functions very well as like a DMR sort of build. I use this setup quite a bit in game, and I think it works fantastic. We're going to go ahead and run the 1911 as our secondary, and I like to put the quick draw on it. It doesn't alter the appearance of the weapon at all, and you can get to your sidearm quickly if necessary. We're going to go down to accessory. Give us always run your gas mask, guys. You never know when you're going to need that or when you're going to get gassed by the insurgents, so always run your gas mask. Armor, I'm going to go light armor on this loadout and light carrier. We can actually go heavy carrier if we want. Now we're going to stick with light, and then we can run a smoke and an M67 frag. And that's going to be the first Rifleman setup, and then the second one is just going to be a M4 build. Unfortunately, we don't have access to an XM in game. That's what they would have been using at the time, Delta Force, but the M4 is the closest thing we have in game. I'm going to take my camo off there, and we're going to run the red dot for the optic. Under barrel again is just going to be, I'm going to run the aiming grip, of course, if you're really picky. The recoil grip is much more accurate to the time. And unfortunately, like I said before, we don't have the XM. I would assume the XM would have just the regular laser sight like the M16A2 does. This laser sight is not very accurate to the time, so I will not be putting it on my rifle in this build. You guys can do whatever you like. But yeah. And then that's pretty much the setup there. And then I like to run heavy carrier with those points that we saved on the gun build. So that's going to do it for the Rifleman. Move down to the Breacher. I also have two primary setups for the Breacher as well. First one being the MP5. This kind of build is inspired by, you see the pilot using an MP5 when he's kind of defending himself after the Black Hawk goes down. So yeah, we're gonna run the MP5 with the Breacher. And then I'm gonna throw the MRO on there. Aim and grip for underbarrel. And the laser sight. I really enjoy using this setup. I use this setup a lot in game, and it works great. So hopefully you guys find that as well. We're going to go ahead and select the 1911 again for our secondary, and we're going to throw the quick draw on it once again. Then we're going to go down to our gas mask, equip that, light armor, and light carrier. And then we can throw flash, makes sense because we're a breacher, and then a frag grenade. I also like to run heavy carrier on this loadout as well because we have the points to do so, and you can never have too much ammunition. So let's that looks pretty good. So the other main weapon build is going to be the 870. I'm going to take the camo off of that, and then this is kind of where things get kind of stretching the using our imagination here a little bit. So I'm going to run the MRO once again. Throw the compensator on there, and the aiming grip again. And there you have yourself a shotgun build for the breacher. Another kit that I find works very well in game. So that's going to be it for the breacher. We'll go down to the advisor. We're going to give the, once again, kind of stretching the imagination here. Excuse me. We're going to use the L85A2. Wonderful gun, works really well in game. And we're going to go with the C79 sight, giving you both an iron sight and a scope for those longer engagements. This works really well in both close quarters and in those long range engagements. Excuse me. Underbarrel again is going to be the aiming grip, and I'm actually going to throw the laser sight on this. It's not the most period accurate thing, but it works really well in game, so we'll go ahead and chuck that on there. Secondary for the advisor is going to be the M9. I'm going to throw the quick draw on there, and then we'll go down, equip the gas mask, light armor, light carrier, and then a frag grenade to finish that off. And there we have a pretty solid advisor build. That's also going to look great on the battlefield. Moving down to demolitions, we're going to run the M16A1 again, and the only attachment we're going to throw on there is the explosive launcher. And that's all on its own is a beautiful weapon. Secondary, again, we're going to go M9, quick draw, gas mask, light armor, heavy carrier, I believe. See if we have points for it. And then we're going to run the AT4. Yeah, we get tons of points. And I like to run, let's give them a flash, and then we can run heavy armor as well. That looks awesome. And there we have our Demolitions loadout. Move down to the marksman. This is kind of, we could use the 50 cal here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and use the M24. And I'm going to run the 3x scope. Let's go suppressor, bipod, and that's going to do that. I think that looks good. We're going to go with the M9. Get rid of that extended mag, get rid of the quick draw. We're going to keep the quick draw, actually. Put the gas mask on there, and then we'll run, let's run full armor on the sniper. And there's our marksman build. Move down to the gunner. You could run the M240B, I suppose, but I'm going to go and run the M249. And we're going to throw the C79 on there again. And the laser sight. We're going to go gas mask, heavy armor, heavy carrier, I believe. Let's see what we got points for. Secondary. Let's go back to the M1911. Quick draw, and then we can throw a frag grenade in there to finish that off, and there we go. There's a really solid gunner build there. Moving along to the observer. I think we're gonna go M16 A2 again. Let's put the scope on there, under barrel. Let's run a master key this time. And laser sight. Gas mask. Heavy armor. Light carrier. Secondary is going to be the M9 again. Quick draw. Frag grenade. And smoke. And that's a really solid build there. Perfect. Moving along to the last loadout. Let's go ahead and run the M4 again. It's probably going to be very similar to the Rifleman build. Very cost-effective build. Performs really well, even with just those two attachments. We go ahead, equip the gas mask, heavy armor, heavy carrier. Let's run an M1911, quick draw, and then we can give him a flash grenade. And there we go. There's our commander build. And that's going to do it for the loadouts, guys. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving me a like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I really enjoy doing this type of video, so if this is something you'd like to see more of, leave me some feedback, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.